大家好，我是菲菲老师。Today we enter lesson 12. Let's go. The title of this lesson is 昨天下雪了。昨天下雪了。It snowed yesterday. All right, so first let's see the objectives of this lesson. First one, we'll describe weather conditions and we'll describe the medical condition. Third one, le. You have probably seen this one from the previous sentences. So this time is the first time that we talk about this in detail. And then le is a Hanzi you will see constantly in Chinese. It's very important. And then next one, we will put le into use, and then we will learn the tai something le pattern. Okay, let's go. First of all, as usual, I have 6 pictures for you. Please decide which picture match which phrase or words. You can pause the video until you get the answer. Okay, let's see them together. First one, 水. Yes, we know 水, right? 水, it means water. So 水, this picture, right? And then 生病. When we were learning doctors, that chapter we learned probably 生病. It means get sick, right? Get sick. So 生病. Picture C, this one. And then when you are sick, when you 生病, you go to see the doctor. So you can say 看病. So 病 here is sickness. So 看病. 看 means look, right? Look. So kind of it feels like you have your sickness getting checked. So 看病. This one. And then next we have 2 weather conditions. First one, 下雨, 雨, rain. So this one. And then 雪, it's also in the title, right? 雪, it means snow. So look at the Hanzi of 雨 and 雪. So for 雪, it is actually 雨 changed a little bit of its form to become the first part, the upper part of 雪, right? So these Hanzi are all actually connected. Right, last one, 冷. This is an adjective. It means cold. So this one. All right, very good. Next, I'm going to read through the text. You can read after me. 今天天气怎么样？这里的天不太好，下雨了。雨大吗？有点大，我觉得很冷。Okay, I have 2 questions for you. Please choose from A, B, and C to fill in the blank here. First one, 菲菲那儿的天气 A 很好 B 很不好 C 不太好 Second one, 菲菲觉得 A 不冷 B 很冷 C 有点冷Okay, so some of the words in the options are actually new vocabularies in this lesson. Probably you didn't get them all, but that's okay. Let's hear again from the text what is said. 今天天气怎么样？这里的天不太好，下雨了。雨大吗？有点大，我觉得很冷。Okay, so first one. 菲菲那儿的天气 Let's see the original sentence. 天气怎么样？不太好 right? 不太好 So this one should be C. 不太好 And then 菲菲觉得我觉得 So 很冷 It should be B. 很冷 Right. So actually for the first one, what's the difference between A, B, C? 很好, 很不好, and 不太好. Actually, all the Hanzi we have learned, right? All the words we have learned, but can you tell the difference? What about 很好? 很好, 很, very, right? So 很好, very good. What about 很不好? So what's difficult is probably between 很不好 and 不太好。So if we translate it literally, 很不好, very not good. And what about 不太好? Not very good. So that is also actually exactly what it means. 很不好, it's not good. It's quite bad actually. And then 不太好, it's not so good, but it's not so bad that you cannot accept it. It's just not so good. All right. Okay. Very good. So next, let's see the vocabularies of this text. 天气，天气，这里，天，下雨，了，雨，有点儿，觉得，冷。Okay, let's explain them one by one. First one, 天气。So 天 we know, right? 天, what does it mean? 天. It means sky, right? Sky. Okay, and then 气, if we see 气 separately, in English, you also have it, right? In English, we have, so we would say this, right? 气. Not a very common word, but if you understand, right? 气. Right? Something maybe, I don't know, chakra. Okay, so 气. Now you learn Chinese. You know actually 气 in Chinese, the 汉字 looks like this, right? And then the meaning is actually air. Air. So 天气, the air in the sky. So how do we understand this word? It actually means weather. Weather, right? It's an overall name for all the weather conditions. Weather. Right. So for example, you can say 好天气. 好天气, good weather. 坏天气, bad weather. 坏 means bad. 坏天气, bad weather. So you can ask, 今天天气怎么样? 今天天气很好。怎么样 is what? Remember, 怎么样？怎么样 means how is something, right? So 今天天气怎么样? How's the weather today? How's the weather today? And then you can answer with today the weather is very good. 今天天气很好。天气。And next one. So earlier we said 天 means sky, right? 天 means sky. But in daily conversation, in spoken language, you can also just say 天 to mean 天气. Right? So here, this 天 is actually a short version of 天气. So it doesn't mean sky anymore. 今天的天不好 in this sentence. So yeah, you might ask, when does it mean sky and when does it mean weather? And how do we differentiate? So as we said before, Chinese is a language that is highly depending on context, right? So here, 今天的天不好. Could it be that someone is saying the sky today is not very good? Probably, but not so likely, right? When you hear people say 今天的天不好, normally it means the weather today is not good. Right? For example, also, you can say 明天的天 明天是好天吗? Right? Not so likely they are asking you, is the sky tomorrow going to be good? Right? Most likely they say, is the weather tomorrow good? Right? Going to be good or not? 明天是好天吗? 天. Okay, good. Next one, 雨. We see it before, right? 雨. A way to memorize this 汉字. Take a look at the center part. Right? There are 4 dots in it, and then there's like a circle, like a square outside. So probably you can imagine it as here's an umbrella, and then these 4 dots are the raindrops. So 雨 okay, rain. 大雨 big rain, 小雨 a small rain, and then 雨天 Here it means a rainy day. You can say 今天是雨天 Today is a rainy day. 今天是雨天 Okay, good. Next one. What about the verb? What about the verb? So in Chinese, if you want to say it's raining, we actually always combine it with 下雨 下 before we learn it, right? What does it mean? 下雨 below, down, bottom, right? Any of these meanings. But actually, 下 can also be used as a verb. It means drop. So 下雨 kind of like the raindrops are dropping. 下雨 So 外面下雨了外面下雨了 It's raining outside. Here we see le again, right? Le, but don't worry, we'll explain this in the language point. Okay, 下雨 Next one, 觉得觉得 So here, 觉得 we translate it into feel, right? Feel. I feel. 我觉得 So in English, actually, another word is think, right? Oftentimes you can say, I think something. Right? So in Chinese, you can use 觉得 also. 我觉得 I think. For example, 你觉得我怎么样? How do we translate this one? 你觉得我怎么样? So, what do you think of me? 怎么样 is like asking for opinions. How is something, right? 你觉得我怎么样? How do you think of me? Right, next one. 他觉得这儿的饭不好吃. He feels or he thinks the meals here is not delicious. 好吃 delicious. Right? Okay, 觉得 I think 觉得我觉得 Okay, next one 有点儿 So here actually are the last 汉字 here are it's optional. Depends on accent, right? Because honestly speaking, I think HSK, because it's a textbook developed in Beijing. So oftentimes we see R in the textbook. But because I'm from Sichuan, I'm from the south of China. So normally when we speak, we don't say R very often. Like when you go to the north part of China, you will hear R a lot, especially like Beijing or northeast China, 东北, northeast China. You will hear R a lot. But when you come to the south, like Shanghai or, I don't know, Guangzhou or Sichuan, like my home, you don't hear R at all. So here, R is optional. You can say 有点儿, or you can also say 有点. Like, for example, like in Sichuan, we just say 有点. It means rather or a bit, a little bit, right? A little bit. For example, 我有点冷. I am a little bit cold. I'm a bit cold. Or you can say 我有点冷, right? 我有点冷. Alright, next one. 杯子里还有点水. 杯子里还有点水. How do you translate this one? There's still, right? 还 still. There's still a bit water in the 杯子 is what? 杯子 cup. So there's still a little bit of water in the cup. 有点儿 Okay, next one. 冷 means cold, right? Cold. Okay, so now we see cold. Let's review a little bit of how do you say different levels of, here could be cold. It could also be any other adjective, or different levels of something. So first of all, how do you say not cold? Not cold. 不冷, right? 不冷, not cold. And the next one, Not so cold. Still a little bit cold, but not so much. Not so cold. 不太冷，不太冷。Alright, okay. So next one, of course, the neutral, normal, cold. And then next one, what about very cold? Very cold. How to say very? 很冷, right? Or another one, 非常冷, right? We also learned 非常 before. 非常 means very cold. 非常非常冷. Okay, good. All right, and then next one, 这里. This one is easy, right? Because we see a lot of these kind of words before. Last lesson we learned 那里. 那里, it means there, right? So 这里, here, 这里, here. For example, 我要在这里买些水果. How to translate? 我要在这里买些水果. 要 is what? 要. We learned it in lesson 11. 我要. I'm going to. Right? I'm going to. Buy, 买, buy, to buy. 些 is when you turn one thing into a group of things. So, 我要在这里买些水果. I'm going to buy some fruits here. I'm going to buy some fruits here. Right, next one. 你喜欢这里吗？你喜欢这里吗？Do you like it here? Do you like it here? Okay, very good. All right, next one is the important 汉字 we said, 了, right, 了. So let me explain this to you in detail in language part. All right, here it is. First, let's see the definition. The modal particle 了 is placed at the end of a sentence or at a pause within a sentence to indicate a change or a new situation. For negative responses, the adverb may is used, and le is omitted at the end of the sentence. Okay, what does it mean? Again, confusing. All right, so let's explain. Let me give you an example. First, we know this sentence. 我冷. What does it mean? 我冷. 冷, cold. Right? So this is I'm cold. Right? 我冷, I'm cold. This is a very neutral like status, right? I'm cold. Right? But if you change it into 我冷了, if you add 了, then here it is indicating a change or a new situation. Before, I'm not cold, but now I am cold. I become cold, right? Another example, we learned the phrase 下雨, right? 下雨. So if we only say 下雨, it is a neutral status of the action of raining, right? Raining. But if you add 下雨了, it means before it was not raining, but now it starts to rain because it is a indication of the change, right? The new situation is it is raining now. It was not raining before, right? What about, okay, next one. Let's see. We can also say 12点. Remember this? When we're learning how to say time. 12点, it means 12 o'clock, right? 12 o'clock. So 12点 is just neutral status, 12 o'clock. But if you add 12点了, what does it mean? What is 12点了? It means now it's 12 o'clock. Before it was maybe 11:50, 11:58, and now 12点了. Now it's 12. The new change, the new situation is time has like arrived 12点. All right, okay. Did you get it? Okay, good. So the example here, first one, 下雨了. Yeah, we see it, right? 下雨了. It's raining now. 12点了, 吃午饭吧. Now it's 12 o'clock. Let's eat lunch. 弟弟起床了吗？Asking, like right now, right this time, has 弟弟, younger brother, get up or not, right? 起床了吗? Right? Same thing. 你吃饭了吗? Have you eaten? Right? Asking about right now, have you eaten? Right? I want to know the newest situation. Right? Okay. So let's see the second part. For negative responses, the adverb may is used. So the positive sentence, of course, 我吃饭了, I have eaten. But if you want to change this sentence into a negative one, we say 我没吃饭,我没吃饭. 我没吃饭. And le is omitted at the end of the sentence. What does it mean? So you cannot say this is wrong. This is wrong. You cannot say this. 我没吃饭 is correct. 我没吃饭了. Why? Let me explain you the logic behind this. So 我吃饭了, it is telling you a situation, right? It means I have eaten. But 我没吃饭, it is another situation. It means that I have not eaten. If you put 没 and 了 together in one sentence, then you're having two situations existing at the same time, right? It's like Schrodinger's eating, something like this, right? Have you eaten? Have you not eaten? Right? So don't put 了 together with 没. If you want to put it into a negative form, just say 我没吃饭. Okay? Right? So this is the model particle 了. Did you get it? All right, next, our second language point of this lesson, non-subject predicate sentence. Okay, confusing. Non-subject predicate sentences are composed of words or phrases without distinct subjects or predicates and are commonly used in colloquial, okay, this word is hard for me to pronounce, speech. Right, okay, what does it mean? Again, actually, every time when we learn language points, like all the definitions are somewhat confusing and then you don't understand what it means, right? I don't want you to feel like stressed when reading these definitions. First, I'm always going to explain it in examples or simpler words. And second, the purpose of us learning languages is, of course, not to remember all of those definitions, right? As a native speaker, if you ask like any Chinese, what does it mean? If you even like, this is the Chinese sentence here of this definition. If you read this sentence to them, I would say 98% of people don't understand what it means. So of course, I don't want you to remember it, but because we're following a textbook, because we're following a scientific structure. So why we always like tell you these different definitions is because we want to tell you the most correct way of explaining it. But of course, let's really learn them through conversations, examples, and like real words. All right, so let's see. What does it mean? The sentence we learned earlier, 下雨了, 下雨了. This, as you see, there is actually no subject in this sentence, right? If I ask you to find the subject, is it rain? No, it's not rain. Rain is not the subject here, right? There is no subject in this sentence. But the same sentence in English, right? 下雨了, if we say it in English, it's raining, right? This is a sentence. So here, what is the subject in this sentence? Rain? It's not rain, right? The real subject of this sentence is it, right? It. But actually, it is not like a real subject, right? You're not like, what is it, right? Here, it is more like a abstract or like borrowed subject. Because in English, we always need a subject to complete a sentence. That is decided by the structures of these two different languages. So here, I would also like to introduce you another concept. You don't need to memorize this, right? Just to like know it as a reference. So Chinese is actually a topic prominent language, right? What's important is more the topic. So here, 下雨了, the topic is what? Even if the subject is not rain, but the topic is rain, right? So we only need topic. But in English, English is actually a subject prominent language. In all of the sentence, we need a subject. So here, even if it doesn't necessarily really need a subject, but because we need to complete the sentence, we still need a borrowed subject, which is it, right? It. So these are the two differences between these two languages. You don't need to memorize this, right? Just know this. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and let's stop here. I will continue with text 2, text 3 of lesson 12 in next lesson. I'll see you. 再见.